Test 1, 2. It's working. So we're back, guys. What are we gonna work today on? I wrote a couple of things down. Yesterday I fixed that spawning issue. At least I think I fixed it correctly. Now it's picking up the enemies and puts them back in place where they have to go. It runs every 2 seconds, just like we imagined in the beginning. Yo Logan, good morning. So that's working on. Okay, and then we have to test out the scenarios for the cavernous depths, guys. If we want to go towards the exit, we have to slay 3 war chiefs. Let's see how it goes now. Also, I fixed corn. Its description was pretty off. I mean, it didn't show how many percentages of health it gives you back and so on. So I want to test it out. It works now. Then I also created that you only have like 2 arenas now that you have to battle. By the way, Logan, how's been Linux treating you? I didn't ask you about that. You had a whole weekend. I mean, pretty standard stuff, yeah. That's okay. Not much friction. So you overall is satisfied with it, right? Here we go. Oh, by the way, I was also drawing a bit yesterday, trying to make the escape vessel. I really suck at drawing these things. So, oh, what's going on here? So we'll see how we'll finish it. But I have to use Windows for my coding course, so I've still been on Windows 10 half the time. And what actually you can't do on Linux? Do you have some special IDE or something that you're following? I mean, using? Okay. So, it's testing time. What we're gonna do is, because we're gonna be testing a lot of things out, I just wanna create a simple weapon. I'm gonna call it Pixcalibur. It's going to be a sword that you can't really get inside the game, like ever. But it's used for destroying, one-hitting everything. So it really has to be simple. Like all white or something, or maybe neonish purple. Pixcalibur. It's not that it can be done on Linux, it's just that the course expects Windows and has walkthroughs specifically for that OS. I'm sure I could figure out how to do everything on Linux, but I don't want to take more time than necessary for the course. I understand you completely. I understand you, my man. Where is it? Items, iron something. You know what? This is going to be called Excalibur. Don't ask why the name, probably because of the pixels. And now we have to cut it out. 16 by 16. That's good enough. Okay. Excalibur is here. And I'm gonna add it as a cool item, that little code that I have there. With a little bit of difference, the dude is going to deal like a lot of damage. Cooldown. .25 and the damage slash damage, that's okay, but let's go with 999 999. Okay, now if we go back to the code, somewhere in the global I have like add cool something. Excalibur. Gotta be sure that the IDs are okay. Seems good. Besides that, since we're going to test the progression that we can come from cavernous depths to frozen peaks, I'm gonna change the map layout to go from Elderglade Forest, Rainy Road, okay, those are okay. I just have to offset these down by 1, each one of them. Copy. We gotta tie the loop. The game has to be beatable as soon as possible. Like that. And before we start testing, we just have to see if I have already some kind of scenarios for that in place. So it's Cavernous Depths 1. By the way, I also thought about it a bit. The first chest shouldn't give you only a rune. It should have a wider pool of items that you can get there. That's one thing. Arena unit meta. Cavernous Depths, that's all good. We go for scenarios now. Let's see. Not the waves. Scenario. Why don't I see scenarios? Ah, this is arena, for crying out loud. I have to look at the level. Arena rooms, units, mandatory POIs, scenarios. Mandatory level scenario. I have enabled all level changers level scenario. And this dude is gonna be looking for flag resource. Dino Man Warlord of damage killed. Greater than or equal to 1. So it kinda already is looking for this condition. I just wanna see if I have like the IDs correctly assigned. I think I do. Blackboard condition. Set blackboard value. No, not this one. What's the underlying class? Gotta remember it. Level scenario blackboard. Yeah. Okay. So I have evaluate custom. This was 5 days ago already. Check blackboard. Okay. How do I check this blackboard? I'm a bit confused. Flag resources. Okay, okay. Then I have more flag resources. And let's see if it ever triggers to true at all in this case. So let's start it with F5. Oh, I hear myself on the other stream. There we go. Now if we add cool items, we should have Pixcalibur. But I didn't change the writings and... oh, huh? Yeah, it says Iron Sword, but I didn't change the icon. Never mind. Pixcalibur is OP. If we go in, we're gonna try to find all the baddies, just slay them as quickly as possible, and see if anything changes. If we trigger any debug points here. A bit bigger level, but I'm quite happy that the generation of this level has been improved in terms of speed. Generates much faster. Oh, I'm shooting at somebody. There we go, look at that. One trick pony. Hit. Also, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to recalculate how the gold is being distributed in the game. That's one thing. Chop, chop, chop. Where are the guys? They went exploring already, huh? Empty camps. Probably mice called them or something. Okay, we triggered it. Okay, going a bit further up. Why do camps seem to be empty? Why is that? Did I do something wrong? Doesn't look like it. Maybe they just ventured off. Or I have some limitations in place that I can't spawn any more units. Hello, anybody here? No sign of monsters. Camps are completely empty. That's super weird. Look at all those camps. There's like tons of them. Okay, okay. Raptors. But what about the big guys? Oh, there seems to be a war going on here. There we go. Ooh! Why the freaking hell did they all go up? Whoa! Well, that kind of hurt. Even though I had an OP sword, I wasn't matched for them. I had cool starting gear, and then we're gonna toggle out on the immortality. Definitely. I just wondered, did something invite them to the top? Why did they all go to the top? Was maybe a repositioner working on something? Wait a minute. If I pause the game and I try to go to the level script and here say out of bounds something. And see if I move the position, if this triggers frequently. Okay, somebody's being moved. Unit data resource. Dinoman Warlord of Damage is being moved. We'll see. Maybe we kind of have a wrong area of detection. That's a possibility. And they're being placed somewhere. Oh, looky. He's here. And he died. Okay, result is added to the true. So that's the first one. That's good. Oh no, I have to toggle the immortality. But first what I want to check also is if the Deidre is up. So that you can't really move. And by the way, we have to add the movement speed boots. We really have to. Especially for exploration, this kind of type of level. Jesus Christ. Love the lava fields here. It looks like a screenshot time, what do you guys say? Let's take a screenshot of it. And maybe one without HUD. Okay. Okay, so the dude is still up. That's nice, and that's okay. I was also thinking... Yeah, I activated it. I was thinking maybe that some of the sectors here... Like, if we could kind of make a detection that if you go to the different sector that it could be much darker. For example, we'd make the whole surrounding area black and radius of the light much smaller. That give it more of a horror element, I'd say. Maybe we could trick it. We could try tricking it in the rainy road, because I think it's still too much visibility there. No, it says 3 to 5 business days. So I really hope that soon they're going to do it. Ah, this is the place they over-attracted. Look at that, guys. This trap is nasty. And there's a warlord here as well. Well, I'll be, but I have Excalibur with me. Look at that. Deidre fell asleep. Did I kill 2 of them or only 1? Because I thought that I killed 2. But there should be 3 of them. Then again, it was so many of units that... Yeah. But Didra fell asleep, so this condition is actually working. Maybe there's something still on the right, because this level is very huge. I think we're gonna need many more events to trigger something cool. And these traps are really nice today, like... They really like pull every single creature from the area. Exactly. He fell asleep. I guess we killed all 3 of them. That worked well. Now this is going to be the final level. It's snowing, it's cool. Currently I only have zombies here. That's okay. Since this is going to be last level, currently it's still going to show up the... What is it called? Didra. But in the final level it won't. And what I want to place here anyway, spoiler alert, we're gonna probably make the place a bit bigger. So you're gonna have to like collect three parts for the ship. And the ship that I'm drawing is somewhere here. It's far from finished, guys. It's just something that I'm trying to work on a bit, see how it goes together. So that's gonna be a next thing, probably. If I take a look at my to-do. 1 second. I think you should sprinkle some of those shrines from the challenges around up here. The art for them is so well done. Really dope. Sprinkle them like... Just for the decoration or something like that? You know, they are broken because... You know, you can't really interact with them unless you're entering a challenge room. It could be cool, huh? Ah, that'd be really nice, yes. I agree with that, Logan. Good recommendation. Okay. So yeah. First thing first. We're gonna work on this thing. Now, this is requiring some Zen mode. I'm not an artist, but I'll try to do my best to come up with something. Probably look at some references. There's gonna be like a spaceship. But I bet it's going to look good in the end. Looks more like an orca. whale, right? Killer whale, I think it's called in English. I was going with something that comes out the way it comes, but this curvature has to match the one at the top, I believe, a bit more. Just offset it a bit. We'll see how far we get with this today, because we can always just put a temporary art in it and start coding the functionality. What's the vibe I'm going for? Actually something not too high-tech. I don't know if I spoiled the game story to you already, like completely. But yeah, I don't know if I want to talk about the story. You have to read it through the logs and through the ending. Basically. Something modern, not too modern, if I make sense. And most importantly, something that I can draw. It looks okay. Okay-ish. Let's see if I add these highlights up here. It's a bit better. I know that this is going to have a couple of iterations. Not, let's straighten it out. What I'm going for is first the most primitive shapes possible. I mean, no details. Just getting the vibe of it. and then we'll see how it turns out. Starting to like the front. This can blend in now with the back. Okay, the base is okay-ish. Now I'm gonna have to look at a couple of reference images to see where we'll travel with this one. Maybe the nose could be a bit... How should I say? Less long? On that side. Or jag it out by 2. Not really. This distance isn't matching here. Let me take a look at 1 2 1 2 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, all 2s. But the last one is too far out. Remember guys, this is a temporary art. It's just something that we're gonna interact with. So we'll see if the game is completable if we interact with the tank. Gotta leave a lot of place for imagination. But we can kind of place some texture to the whole thingy. Probably move it up 1 pixel. Too much on the front, don't want that there. What if I blacken this out? Not satisfied with the engine yet. I mean, the exhaust, if I can call it that. But you know, I can say high tech. You wouldn't understand it anyway. Now this reminds me on the old meme, me artista. Okay, that's the placeholder for now. Something happened to my headphones. It's actually four-dimensional and your brain just can't comprehend the geometry. See, Logan, you understand me. You completely understand me, dude. Just a second. Speakers, no, where's the... Oh, my headphones died. Oh my god. I have like these Sennheiser headphones that are Bluetooth combined, and now I have them on, you know, like wired, because I don't want my brain to get fried. So I try to set them as on airplane mode. But yeah, I've been using them every single day and they have their own quirks. Okay, I'm satisfied when I hear no connection, you know, when they say that, because, yeah. For real? So nice you were afraid to use them, I don't get that one. Why'd you do that? Lake effect, DMB jungle, what is that? Let's see. Okay. Now this fourth-dimensional ship is going places, guys. Like that. Oh, I got something down here. They were like 600 plus and I was subconsciously nervous anytime I had them. I get you, man. These weren't 600, but they were like 300 euros. But you know. I wear them every single day, multiple hours per day. So, especially because of the kids. I mean, because of the child. I can't be too loud. Then I thought to myself, well, if I'm forced to wear something, I have to wear something comfortable. Ah, the earlier one was better. Okay, gonna do this one. What was that? That was like a fin. Okay. So we're gonna make a collider all around it, so you can get to it. It's gonna be interactable object. Maybe this thing here only could be moved a bit lower. But I'm so happy, guys, that yesterday the freaking bug out of bounds was fixed. That one was giving me nightmare for a long time. Better. I think that this has to come all the way down here. Yeah, I understand, man. You're taking care of doggies, right? Anyway, dude, thanks for being on the stream. Gus. Breaking Bad Gus, huh? Well, he could also be named Guts, huh? That's very close. Gutsu. Is he Berserker type character? Ah. I get it. I think I like the curves better a bit. The biggest pansy, terrified of his own shadow. He can't handle it if you walk toward him. Oh, poor guy. Poor doggo. What? Leaving it like that for now. Let's slap it in the game. Only one thing's bothering me. One, two, three. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And yet somehow my 10 LBS buddy scares the life out of him. 80 pounds. Oh, that's a big poodle then. Like a really big one. I'd have to calculate this one through the metric system. Ooh. Big guy. Big guy, big guy. But you know, I also have an adopted dog. She's also scared of everything. She was scared of a little kitten that wanted to play with her, you know. Kitties play a bit more aggressively. It was quite funny to see her so terrified. I know it's mean, but when you see the little cat, you know, being playful, and the dog that's like, I don't know, let's say 50 times her size, you just have to laugh it off. There we go. Putting the dude inside. Let's see, I'm gonna copy it in a fresh file. 128, 128. I think 64 by 128 is okay. I mean 128 by 64. Yeah. Good enough. Saving it. Ship. PNG. Oh, this is interactable. I have to take a look how this has to interact. Well, in order for you to start the ship, you're gonna have to collect 4 to 5 items. Ship. Hey, that's a nice spaceship. Well, thanks, dude. I think it's very far from final, but we just have to put it in, so yeah, we're gonna see how it's gonna go then. You know, we want to create a little quest that if you have all the items, if you collected all of them. Welcome 23. Welcome back. What were you working on, man? Were you doing the game? Let's see, I think I have to add collision shape. Actually... static body. The game, yeah, some Dead by Daylight. I was thinking that you were programming again, you know. Area 2D is needed. Still the whiniest dude I've ever met. Oh. That's nice. Let's rotate it by 90 degrees. Put it up. It's gonna have a huge interaction zone, but that's okay. It looks like a low effort gummy ship. Is there a game that's just the gummy ship system but way more in depth and a full game? I don't know about that game. Is it a minigame in Kingdom Hearts? You guys have to explain it a bit more to me. Oh. Imperium. Well, the walking seems a bit weird, if I can say it so. Like he's moving way too fast for the animation. That's one thing that I've noticed. I don't know why. The people look like they're T-posing a bit, huh? Like they have all, you know. I'm sorry, it's probably a good game, but I just happen to notice these things. They walk like they have like a big stash in front of them between legs, you know. That's interesting. I don't want to be an asshole here, but I kinda am. But it looks cool, the exploration and everything. Imperium, the reviews are actually good. A lot of people play this, huh? Online PvP, online co-op, LAN co-op. Oh, one of the friends, I don't remember who this dude is. Well, that's interesting. We're gonna have a separate script here. Call it, yeah, ship. Should I call it ship or a vessel or what? should I do with it? Let's keep it simple for now. Ship, and it's going to inherit from the interactable item, interactable something. And then we have to make it disabled first, and we're gonna draw a couple of engine parts or something like that. They're all gonna look the same. So they're gonna be item-like. See, yesterday in the evening I was drawing a bit boots. These are like comrade boots. You know, comrade. They give like 10% speed buff to your allies and so on. These are gonna be normal ones, steel ones. I don't know why these are green, but they're gonna be, I don't know, regarding regeneration something. These are swimming fins, I'd say. So it gives you a bit more of a speed and water that you're not... Elven, exactly, hey! Green elven boots, exactly. Great. And these are spike boots, so... you do kicking stuff. And basically all of them are going to affect the movement speed. Yeah. Exactly. Thank you, Logan. Thank you, Logan, very much. So the main point of boots is going to be some resistance, but more or less every single boot has to affect the movement speed. And that's it. Lava flame walking boots, I was thinking about them as well. Probably we have to make them red, right? And some kind of chance that if somebody hits you, you start spawning like fire behind you, fire trails. Which is like a double-edged sword, you know. Just take the color and slappity-dappy it up here. Some highlights. Bada beam, bada boom. Bada bada boom. There we go. Much lava, much wow. Huh? Slappity duppity. Yeah, little one is crazy about volcanoes. Interestingly, the little one is like into volcanoes, dinosaurs, and comets, tornadoes, typhoons. He's all about the destruction, I believe. Exactly. Nah, I'm not gonna slap this anywhere. Ooh. No. Keep it simple. Okay, we're gonna create like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boots. That's enough. Okay? For now. Then we have to create around 7 rings. We have to create a little bit more of armors and helmets. By the way, I was thinking I have this high-tech helmet. This one could increase your stat, like for example that you see enemies behind the walls. This helmet could be cool. This preparing. Preparing for the apocalypses, exactly. Why do you think I named him Max? I'm gonna give you like 2 chances to guess. Why did I name him Max? What happened to the rain? I had to say, thanks, man. I saw that you wrote to me earlier in the morning that that you guys looked at Reynard and everything, right? I highly appreciate it, man. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That's okay, 7 boots. Which ones are gonna be the fastest, guys? Oh. Huh. Now that you guys are saying, iron boots could, for example, reduce the knockback, huh? They keep you grounded. What do you say? They're heavy. Still don't have the magic lamp. Then the elven boots, they're gonna be fast? Rude boots. Spike boots. Okay, we're gonna brainstorm this. So leather boots, they increase your defense everything by 1 or something like that. And a bit of movement speed, right? Then comrade boots, they increase the movement speed of your allies every 10 seconds for 3-second boost. Iron boots, also high defense, knockback resistant probably. Elven the fastest. And maybe... Oh, I'm gonna change the tunes, guys. Like druid armor. Yeah, I don't have this set abilities yet. Like, you know, if for example you would have everything green on yourself, like elven gear. There's a druid helmet here. Uh-huh. It is groovy, isn't it? I'll put it on a bit later. Okay? Okay, back to work. If I see the ship now, ship is here. What was I doing here? I wanted to draw ship parts, right? Look, I made a tiny bow. Why did I make a tiny bow? Don't remember. Wanted to do something with it. But, ship parts. Not shit, ship parts. I'm thinking about something like... I don't know where it is, somewhere in the UI probably. Yeah, like, these are the cartridges, we're gonna reuse them. Somewhere. I have all of these different boomerangs. This is a place for armor. You know what? I'm gonna slap this somewhere here. 6 of these are gonna be obtainable. They're gonna feel much more premium. Not like normal ordinary cartridges or something. That doesn't look like an engine part. I know. We'll fix it. The core and sword is gonna be here. Ready. But we need some kind of a... Should I go with a limited edition cartridges? Exactly. Now the most straightforward thing would be like creating a cog or something. But that's not high-tech enough. The ship is high-tech. And I like high-tech to have the pinkish color. Same color as Pandora and so on. We'll see. Maybe square boxes are gonna be okay. Because, you know, it's kind of cool, like in Super 8 movie. If you guys watched that. I really loved how the ship of the alien was assembled through different blocks. That looked really like awesome. I can't recall all of the movie, but I know that remained with me. And I love the fact that he was very angry at the humankind. That was good. Cool concept, agree. Chronicle, was that the movie that was shot with like a camera that they got superpowers or something like that? That's also an old movie, isn't it? I don't recall it. I know it's like 15 years old by now, probably, if not more, or... I have it somewhere. I just know that the friend turned to something. He wasn't friendly anymore. Or, if that's the same movie. No, didn't have time to watch it, man. Didn't have time to watch it. I just skipped through it a couple of times. You know, pressed the different sections of the video. But sadly, I didn't watch it, no. Really? Sad thing? Didn't watch Akira. Saw the intro. I know it's cultish. And I keep on messing it with, not Akira, but with Alita. Battle Angel. Man, that movie was so awesome. I'm so sad that they didn't work on it a bit more. I mean, like a sequel, I was waiting for it. They even casted Edward Norton, right? As the villain. I think it's good enough for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's a special token. Probably will change. We'll see it. That you have to obtain a couple of them. I remember going in the movies with my girlfriend. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Where do you think did I get the inspiration for my first try of game development, trying to copy Kingdom a bit, and the last hidden obtainable companion in the game? Let me just see it. Maybe this will remind you on something. Do these dudes remind you? Look at the antennas. Yeah. Loved Chappie. But I hate what happened to Untoward. I heard that, yeah. I know that they were extravagant. I know that, but there were some high accusations of abuse of the 2 children that they adopted and so on. That's kind of sad. I mean, they played interesting characters and all. And I like Neil Blomkamp, you know, I think that's the director of the Chappie. And District 9, no, what was it called? Yeah, District 9, I believe. Also a very cool, interesting movie. He had some good movies, I'd say. We're gonna call these things fuel cells, that you have to have them. And they're gonna be each in... One's gonna be probably in one of the last arenas. Other's gonna be spread around the overworld. So that's gonna be it. You're gonna have to collect 4 of them. And the last arena's gonna give you hell. They're gonna rain on you. I'm gonna quote Pulp Fiction. They're gonna go medieval on your ass. Items. Item S. Let's call it fuel cell. 16 by 16. Well, that doesn't look like the middle. Better. And I know that I have like useless items in the game. But which one? Which can I copy? Thinking about it a bit. Yeah, fairy dust. No special tags, I'm just gonna tag it like a quest item. So we're gonna have to implement a safety that you can't really delete the quest item. Tag resource. Save as. Scenes, I think this is resources more. Hey, I already have categories, quest item, so I don't need a tag. I wonder if I implemented some logic here. Quest item, quest item. Bin. Huh. Bin move operation can execute if item slot time. Aha. Here we go. Trying to prevent that you shouldn't be able to delete. Look at past you go, that guy usually sucks, but not this time. Stand up, pal, yeah. Exactly, man. Sometimes past me has like his moments, you know. Okay, now this is ship. What are we gonna do? If you try to interact, it is going to scan for your inventory. And it's gonna try to count how many of fuel cells you have. And if the count is going to be less, nothing's gonna trigger. If it's gonna be more, we're gonna pause the game, darken the screen and the run. Show some text or something. Yata yata yata. Okay. Interactable. Oh, I have to set up the correct detections. So if I steal the one from chest, I have like 1 and 3. Okay. Same thing has to be here. 1 and 3 monitoring, I mean mask nothing. And the dude should be also in 0. And position -16 has to be an offset here. Like that. And ordering. Y sort enabled. Now we're gonna try to transfer this dude. And the test level, but he's gonna be big. We'll just see how it feels. Wow, that's a thick boy. Thick boy. Now we're gonna have to add some shadows to it. Otherwise it's gonna look too flat. Something that we can fix easily. Make it the child of entities and let's slap play. Aldiran. Oh, that's Star Wars. So, fan of Star Wars? Star Trek? Because I have a third one. I don't like Star Wars and not Star Trek. Okay, I can walk behind it, in front of it. There's a bigger collision. If you ask me, there's too big of a collision here. But that's okay. It's not interactable. This here is too chunky. Man, me too. I'm not a Star Wars guy. Not even Star Trek. Sorry about that, 23. You guys bashing on your stuff, probably. Not the proudest moment. But I am a fan of one star thingy. And it's called Stargate. That thing was bomb. There we go, some shadow added. Stargate! Stargate was cool, man. It was something that I watched as a teenager. We had it on our television. Oh, I think I have a little invader coming in. Guys, be right back. Un poquito momento. Por favor, por favor. back. Backity back. Here we go. So, Logan's still here, buddy, huh? No? I saw you saying goodbye now. Hope you have a great, good night's sleep. Best viewers, netprosolutions. Hi. You guys, you get yourself hated because of that, you know. That's like bad branding. Visual Studio, okay. Error. I'm looking for Godot. Did it crash? Well, I think it did. Okay, the shadow has been added. Now if we go back to the ship. Shippity ship. I just gotta change its collisions a bit. This part here is too chunky, I'd say. Huh. Okay, if I move this one a bit down, make it a bit smaller. Ah, I have this. Sorry about that. Snapping on. Grid snap, smart snap. What's the difference? The difference is that I can actually position it, expand it more precisely. It can snap. Believe it or not, it snaps. Make unique. Should I go with the polygon shape? I think I should. I don't have a lot of polygon shapes. Never really used them a lot because calculating collisions with a polygon shape is much more demanding. But let's try one. Didn't use them before. Can I do something? No. What is that? Add element. How can I see it? Like 5, 10, 20. Gonna move it in the middle. Can't I add it? I can. Okay. Why is there exclamation mark? The collision shape node has limited editing options for polygon-based shapes. Consider using collision polygon 2D. Okay, collision polygon 2D. Then what can I do here? I kind of like it. Disabled, build mode, solids. I don't think anything here is going to be better. What if I copy the points? Can I copy them? I can't. Copy. Aha, okay. And I just have to rotate this on 90 degrees. I think I had a rotation like that. But should it be rotated? It can be rotated, I believe. And yeah, this thing has much easier things that you can create additional points and so on, I believe. Or move point, raise point, move center, create points. Mind if I ask a coding question? Of course, dude. If I know how to help you, I'll try my best. You know what, guys? I'm gonna keep the shape a bit bigger so you can't get on it. We could solve this by adding a separate layer of a wing that would be always above the player. But for simplicity's sake now, Player is layer 1, meteor is layer 3. Watches for 1 to 4 lasers. I have mask set. Script to funk on body entered is in meteor because tutorial. I've created a power up to give limited invincibility. I got the timer and the signal. I'm having issues dropping the collision. It still reads. Is it wrong to have meteor call the hit? Well, meteor in your case is the bullet in my case, right? If I'm understanding this correctly. And bullet in my case I call it damage node. This is where I do the detection of everything. So bullet detects in my case anything, everything, not the player itself, if I make sense. I have a mask set, script to funk body. Yeah. I've created a power up to give limited invincibility. I've got the timer and the signal. Exactly. This is bullet. Damage node is bullet, and I have here on body entered or on area entered. Exactly. And then from the bullet, I decide what am I hitting and behaving from that thing. See, it's a big class, but I have like connect sensors function where I do all sorts of stuff like that. And same thing I would do with the power up. If a power up hits the player, I do the same thing in the power up. I can't shut off layer 1 on player because I couldn't get a power up. Huh. You can't shut off layer 1 on player because I couldn't get a power up. Layer 5, whatever. But do I drop player collision or meteor collision? I mean, do you have like a collision or body entered? What are you exactly trying to achieve? Just let's get these things straight. How do I disable the player collision from the meteor? Why would you like to disable player collision? Tell me that. Mario can run through things, forget the killing power of Stormer. Is Mario not touching things, or are the things not being touched by Mario? Change the music, good question, good question. I'd do that on the unit itself, so Mario in that case. For example, if you don't want a single thing to touch it, you don't have to then set the layer on every single other unit, if I make sense. We just said the layer not being touched on the Mario itself, right? That you can't collide on it. That's one way you can handle this. Or the other way is that you make him invincible, if that's what you're going for a limited time. For example, if you're invincible and if you touch something, you don't affect it. But it depends if you want a collision, you know, like if you have to bounce away from the enemy. Or if this is just... I hope I'm making sense here. So for example, if I would want to run through the ship, right? Like dash through it. I disable collision on myself. Boom. And then when I would reach a certain distance, I'd re-enable it again. Boom. Yeah, then in that case, if you're detecting a collision and the body that you're detecting is a player, and if that player has a script which has a flag, for example, like invincible, you don't apply anything to it. You don't damage him. You know, in that case I wouldn't even disable the... Okay. Glad it does, buddy. Glad it does. Yeah, but this is the interesting part. You can tackle this many different ways, you know. Yeah, you can do that. Then you still have to think about what's gonna happen if you, for example, dash and you re-enable the collision inside the meteor. You know. So those are also things, edge cases that you have to handle. I currently don't handle this anywhere in the game because I don't disable a collision in that type of sense. But imagine, what if you can go out of bounds now because you're disabling collision? Yeah, that's cool, really cool. Just saying that more interesting stuff will come up, definitely. So interactable is enabled. The one problem I have with this thing is that for some reason the interact recommendation doesn't come up. Area 2D interactable, it has to have it. It's extending it, and then I have like interactor here. Function. Let's go to ship and we can override ship fabric virtual void override. Override. Boom. Like this. Let's set the breakpoint here. Let's see if something happens or not. Okay. So this kind of worked. It triggered. But why doesn't it show the glyph that you are next to the interactable? Now this is bothering me a bit. Because if I go here, it shows up interact. Probably because I spawned within it. If I go close to it, it's okay. It shows me interact. So this interaction system is kind of working, which is fine. Good. Now, by default, we're gonna have to listen to an event somehow. If something changes, then we have to trigger that. Yeah, now player interacts with it. It's enabled by default, but here the whole logic is going to live. For example, we're gonna have a boolean, private bool. Can start the engines, and we're gonna basically pass in unit interactor, and there's gonna be a simple switch, simple if statement. If can start the engine, interactor, do this, else don't do a thing. Or maybe we can make it even simpler. False. At the end, return. Here I say can start the engines, interactor. No, what am I doing? So if is instance valid, interactor, false, return. First guard is gonna be there. And then we say if interactor, inventory system, item slots, and we're gonna loop over them, try to find 4 entries or something like that. Find all, item slot, slot.item, item data. What else is here? Item data ID equals to fuel cell. And this is going to return what? A list of item slots. And then we say if item slots count more or equals to 4, return true, return false. Simple thing first, and then maybe we should display. You have to find more fuel cells to start it, like a notification or something. We're gonna call global notification controller, notify, show notification or notification. Yeah. 23 wrote again. For shits and giggles, I typed into AI prompt, if I were to solo Legacy of the Wizard from scratch, how long would it take? Yeah, it said 5 years. I'm nowhere near anything. But get up and run to my wife and just That's just how it is, man. And it's sad to see how this craft is becoming like, yeah, less appreciated with all of AI. Info. Let's add it in. Notification. Find more fuel cells. First one, we go back in here, we slap it here, and we show this notification. For 3 seconds the default is gonna be okay. Otherwise, we are gonna say here, trigger trigger the end slides, and after that the game over. I'll still have to come up with the end slides. So for now we're gonna trigger the game over. Trigger run completed. Okay. Like that. Probably this will have to be taken out a bit more, so I don't copy paste this thing all over the place. It could be extracted to player profile probably, or somewhere, or on the game controller, level controller, because we're repeating a couple of functions here, but that's okay for now, for testing purposes. And now if we hit start, I think we should be getting notifications. It's Bossa Nova time. So what games do you play when you unwind from creating? What games do you play for inspiration? Man, I'm so sad. I don't play video games like I used to. I usually have a policy if a new Final Fantasy comes out. If I had the possibility, I usually took a week off, and then that was my holiday in quotation marks. And that's when I usually played like Rebirth from start to beginning. In spare time, like the games that I really like and where I'm gonna shift focus, I was also inspired by them a bit. Let me show you. Why is this coming up on the screen? It shouldn't be. The key was reading, it's okay. It's basically a Steam key that I gave to my friend also for testing. But here I have, what is it called? This thing was very interesting. I like the strategy games a bit. Especially if they're not like too heavy on the time regarding the round. That was cool. And this spot. That thing is so crazy. This human battler thingy. You control like your own little humans. Yeah, I like RPG genres, strategy genres, all things like that. I also played StarCraft 2 with a friend long time ago. And I think that we came to the Diamond League in competitive 2 versus 2. We were both Terran players. But definitely, RPG is my main soup. Final Fantasy 7, the best game ever out there. OG. I also liked Fallout, like a lot. Especially Fallout 3. That one was really cool. Fallout 3 was really, really good. Okay, let's see if we interact with it. ADHD can't beat Bethesda games. Why nothing triggers? Did I trigger it through here? Of course I didn't. Let me see what's going on here. Why? Why is that? Do you get bored too soon, or you start doing other quests? Like side quests, I know that that's a big trap. I mean, I know everybody praises Fallout New Vegas. Vegas. Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher it. New Vegas, yeah. But I just wasn't feeling it that much. I didn't like the desert setting. I mean, I liked the Caesar and Legion. It was interesting, but not my cup of tea. I liked Fallout 3 much more. But that's the point. The RPGs should be played the way they are played. I mean, JRPGs are the ones that kind of hold your hand a bit, that have you streamlined. Usually then you get to like the area where you can explore more and do stuff before you encounter next big boss. But especially like Fallout, Tim Kaine, I don't know if you ever listened to his YouTube channel. You know, he made Fallout, original one. He always likes that if a player plays the way that the player wants to play. You know, not how it was intended. I return false. TR notification. Find more fuel cells. Okay, it's working, it's working. I think it's working. If we would be... Okay, that's gonna be cool. I can say also the count how many fuel cells he needs. Now... But for some reason... if I go here... He doesn't want to interact. Why is that? Yeah, the interaction is a bit off. I could say that now I can add like player, add item, fuel cell. We're looking for 4 of them. Let's try to delete it. I can drop it. Good, so that's working. I can delete the fuel cell. I can drop it out. Okay. But if I go here now... There we go, game over. Game completed. Okay, the end condition works. Before that we're gonna slap in, of course, the slides, and that's gonna be it. Okay, let me catch up on the chat a bit. I kept having to rein in searching around in the rebirth, which is why I didn't get Legendary Swordsman or Kayuta, because I needed to beat rebirth. And well, we spoke about rebirth's quest mechanics. That's wow, yeah, those quest mechanics were something. Skyrim is a great sandbox where I can start over and over, because I definitely won't try to make some health stealing armor I read about in Eberron book. Or snipe fighters with fury spells so they fight each other. Meanwhile, I know a guy who literally went pacifist and kept Lydia healed while she fought. I just can't... Yo, dude, there's that... I think that the dude has a condition, some kind of a condition. Definitely he has to have a condition. Mitten Squad. Don't know if you heard about the YouTuber. But that dude, he beats like Skyrim the most weird ways possible. No, really. Check out the Mitten Squad YouTube. It's like pretty old now, but holy shit, that dude grinds through the game. Like super grinds it through. Here we go, better collision. Now what we're gonna snap in is we have to create a point of interest. So we can just simply duplicate one, like, I don't know, Bear Den, why the hell not? And we're gonna call it ship point of interest. There we go. I'm gonna slap it in the middle, and we have to make the area big enough, so that's why we have like a collision shape here. So this cuts out all the... how should I say? All the tiles that we need to get around it. We're gonna make it a bit bigger, probably add some decorations like, I don't know, fallen cargo or something else. Something that's gonna trigger a log entry, you know. Something unlockable. 160, why not? That's gonna be 80 probably. Here we're going to decorate that. Okay. So that's ship POI. And now we have to make POI rules that I have. Placement rule. Huh. Elder Glade Forest, then POIs. Yeah. Let's call this thing, like, duplicate it. And I'm just gonna say Frozen Peaks. Or keep it simple. Ship POIs. Like that. Okay. Max global count is gonna be always 1. We have to make this unique. And the stuff that has to spawn here is an object ship POI. I think that's the one. It is. Chance of it spawning is going to be 1. That's 100%. Random in sector, non-player sectors. I'm gonna try furthest from player start. Jigstra. That's where it's going to spawn. Exclude water tiles. That's it. Max retries, like, yeah, 1000 times this has to be here. That's okay. And now what we do in the Frozen Peaks. That's the last biome that we're gonna have to tweak. There's heavy snow here, that's okay. But if we go further down to the POIs, I don't have any placement rules yet. Now we're gonna add ship POIs placement rule. That's good, that's the first one. And else we're not populating at all. Chance of the spawning is 100%. Okay, now let's try it out. First thing first, I'm gonna just try to run towards the exit and see what goes on here. Do-do-dum, do-do-dum. Baratu. Go, go, go! Oh, let's add our favorite. Add cool starting gear. And let's run. So by the time you're gonna get the playtest approved, probably the game is going to be beatable in theory. Then we have so many things to implement, guys, like all the achievements, all the items and so on. It's a game that I could be working on another year if I would have finances, definitely. They stand no chance against. Whoa! There you go. Let's see. Oh, here's the tanky one. He doesn't see us. Hello. Oh, now you saw us. But wait, why you know Ogru? Okay, this is the red one. Papa. Bua bua, red one. Then we need the green and blue. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna be smart. Toggle God mode. Ooh. That was one. Okay, this was like a bandit camp. I will, dude, I will. Yeah, we really need boots. That's what we're gonna add. Most definitely. Boots, boots, boots. Honest, here we found only one more chief. Gotta make exploration more interesting. Well, definitely it's like, yeah, you have materials to gather. That's one thing. We're gonna add more stuff. I kinda think that all of these traps, they gather too much enemies in one place. Look at that, everything's so empty. Usually this is everything populated. I really am not sure what's going on here. We're gonna have to add like an enemy count somewhere and see what exactly is going on here. Okay, I'll camp here. Wow. Red guys. Empty camps. Huh. That shouldn't have happened. Again, another empty camp. What the F? You came up from here, but that's like... Is there an area that I didn't explore? That's like super heavily populated with enemies. I highly doubt it. I bet that I have some kind of a weird config here somewhere. Let's see actually what's going on with these guys here. If we go to the level, they're out to lunch, exactly. Out of bounds. Yeah, and again I started the freaking game through the editor. I have to get used myself on starting the game through the Visual Studio Code more times, because then I can simply debug, set the breakpoints, and that's it. We'll see. We'll see how many units there should be in this place. Okay, so the units aren't spawned. Oh, I have a like limit of 52 units. That makes sense. I didn't want the player to be hogged down. Aha! So if I already spawn like 50 something units, that means that the camps are gonna be completely empty. Just a second. Cavernous depths. I have this limitation somewhere here. Maximum number of active units. I spawn 10 of them all around the world, but then I don't have the opportunity to spawn every single one of them else. What if we bump this up to, I don't know, like 500? You know, it's gonna be laggy as hell if you're gonna get them all to the same place. But that's like your fault, not mine. Do I make sense? Spawn in your camp first, then outside of them next. That's a good proposition. So the ones that spawn in the camp, they are mandatorily spawned, I'd say. And then every single one of them else. But what thing that bothered me is because I think that I have like the rule that warlords have to spawn first. And they didn't, I believe. So one was damage, speed, and defense. Okay, we'll see what happens now. Add cool starting gear. And now we have 55 units. Huh. Do I have a limitation somewhere else in place? Wait a minute. I know that I have some kind of a default. Not scenario, but default unit limitations. Max active units 55 down. That's not the one that would be causing all the issues. Max units per faction. Animals are limited to 100. Bunny is to 5. Do I have 50 somewhere else? Wow, searching everything. About 50 is not gonna work well. Huh. Let's take a look at the spawn function and the level. We have spawn. What do we do here? Do I check something here already? In spawn unit? No. Can spawn unit. Limitations resolver. I have this thing in here. Let's see if something screamed about cannot spawn unit due to limitations. No, it didn't. Limitation config resource. Maybe then. Wait a minute. Let's see. Where did the breakpoint trigger? Okay, let's hit play more. And then in the level. Out of bounds. This dude here. 57. Okay. Let's toggle God mode. And start searching what's gonna happen. Ooh, this one got sped up by the nasty one. No match for me. For Great Gruba. No, I'm calling all arms. Come and get me, come and fight me. Nobody around. Oh, is that possible? Well, this dude is here. But do I get any errors? I didn't even look for the errors. That's for mug shots. I don't care about that for now. Populate dictionaries, mug shots. No. What else? Mug shots, mug shots. Here we got something. No, that's for textures. Not the biggest problem yet. No arena teleporters found. Skipping arena generation. Huh. What did I do here? Well, this is one error. This could be affecting everything else. No, this is when I opened the console. Maybe that first thing up there was the problem with the first level that we loaded. Cannot dispose object. No. No. Sorry about that. Let's see what's going on. Nothing special. Oh, even the bandits are missing. I wonder. I have a feeling that because I've added something on exit 3, like a listener, there could be a thing happening there. But then again, why the freaking hell at least one warlord spawns? I know that we had Warlord of Speed. These guys are fighting. With whom? No, actually, he was shot by the poison thingy. And here we have a lot of freaking dudes. But why did all guys run up here? What is here? Don't tell me that every single one of them was going for the boar. Or what was that? Okay. That was weird. Did they go all after this poor little snip? That's funny. And now he's walking like a boss. I've defeated all of them. You came here too late. I didn't need your help. Okay, so they kind of spawn, but they go... Let's see it again. Did they go all up to the left side or to the exit? Or was Snip so freaking smart that They just kept following him. You know what, guys, before we do that, I have to create boots, because that's like... It's a pain in the ass to explore it that way. Let's create boots quickly. We were saying that the fastest boot is not Boots of Fury. What is that? I have Boots of Fury. Cool. Combat boots. Elven boots, right? We're gonna have those. Let's slap the item names in it. Very fast, much wow. This one. Boots category, that's good. Items, elven boots. Unit stat modifier is going to change the max movement speed. And there we go. And now this percentage multiplier. Okay, is it a status effect? It's status effect. We gotta change it. It's not gonna be a status effect. It's gonna be like a flat thingy, and this one is being added on equipped on owner. Okay, so we remove the one for the ally, and the percent we're going to add is going to be like 50% increased movement speed. What do you say, guys? 23 agree? 50% quicker movement speed. We're gonna simply slap it in here in the global when we add this. Elven boots. Okay. Add cool starting gear. The green ones are here. I can put them here. And we're faster. They work. That was like 2 minutes and the item was created. Love it. Let's see if everything gets applied correctly when we load a new level. Yep, we're quick. Now this is some serious exploration speed. Okay. A lot of camps are empty. Did I keep them empty on purpose? I can't believe it. I wouldn't do that. They're fighting. Of course they're fighting with the freaking shaman, and the problem with the shaman is that they don't know how to attack the dens. The dens. And then they gradually get wiped out by the rats. That's gonna be a problem. Maybe I could make dens time limited. Nothing here. Wow. We're gonna make them patrol the area so much more. Okay. Again, everything is concentrated up on left, right? Yeah. Wow. Something causing them. That they come up here. And they become super fast. Now this is scary. But the porter took them there. That could be problematic. How many of them are here? Yeah, 3 warlords. One is of incorrect color, I'd say. Huh. Time to put them to sleep. Okay, one more bug discovered. Now let's toggle. Okay, we go up. Much slippery, much wow. I think we have a problem. I don't see anywhere the ship appearing. Okay. Frozen peaks. I could actually slap this one in the mandatory. Ship POI. Because it is mandatory. Ay, 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 ay. Furthest from player start Dijkstra. I'm not sure, but okay. We're gonna test this one out much sooner. The Elder Glade itself is gonna be edited a bit. We're gonna add Frozen Peaks to be like the next level instantly. Copy, paste, so we don't have to go through the hazardous depths now. Copy. Paste. Let's see if it appears. Baby steps mode, exactly. Lots of zombies. Deidre is here. I don't have any conditionals there. What the problem is the rule itself. 1 second. Forest 2, not Forest 1, Frozen Peaks. Ship POI, non-player sectors. That's okay, what if I just say random? Maybe that further from player start Dijkstra could be like ice or something, so then it can't place it on. If I have like exclude water tiles, water tile in this condition is ice. This could be a possibility. Then if I sector highest edge. Okay, let's see what happens with this one. This is again limited if we want to exclude it. But what if I do simply exclude water tiles? That means that I can spawn the ship on the ice. Let's see. And in the POI, I just want to see the generator. Place boys at custom position, not the position. Create boys. Why is this empty? Try create boy at position. This one is being called. Started. But if we make the game like beatable today, that's a huge milestone. Like, it's far from balanced, far from all the content in it, but that you have a complete loop, that's actually something that I should have very early on. No. Placement through. Huh. Created POIs? No. Why? Let's see. Failed to place. Nope. It doesn't print that. Ran out of candidates. Let's see this one. Yep. Okay, definitely the problem is with the rule that if we want to place it on furthest from player start, this rule is not okay. Okay, keeping it simple, random now. Oh, for crying out loud, it still wasn't placed. Maybe I have some weird flags on the tile sets, like weird markers. That could be a possibility. If I test out the test level, which is camp, we could, for example, say It'd be awesome if it would work like that, right? Write a function, make GTA 6 and run it. Let's see. Maybe there's something like it's navigable problem. If I take a look at the snow tiles, they are actually, I can walk on them. Huh. Crappity crap, crap, crap. Now on these I can't walk, that's okay. Now these layers are okay, so this isn't a problem, at least I don't think it is. What about ice? Is ice walkable? Ice is also walkable, I have it as walkable. Then WTF? What the hell is going on? Why you no place a freaking spaceship where I want it? Why you do that? I have entities here. Why you know? Again, baby steps. Let's see the rule again, what's going on here. Basically, it just doesn't want to place it. For crying out loud. I have chance. Max retries, that's good. Min distance from other POIs, that's okay. Random in sector, non-player sectors. Exclude hot path. I don't exclude anything. I don't have any other conditions. POI placement rules. Why the hell do you freaking don't? I know that I baked this thing here. If I take a look at the... Yeah, generated. POI config resource, I have this in here. Ship has to be somewhere here. 160.80, it creates it. There's no offset on it. You're doing your part, exactly, 23. Hmm. $128. No, that's not a problem. Regarding the biome, the size of map is 250 by 250. I mean, definitely it has to be a bit bigger. That's what I agree on, but still. Huh. Scenarios. Nothing special. Hot path width is okay. Remove pillar tiles, nothing special. Minimum number of sectors and maximum number of sectors. Do I use this somewhere? I override it on 9 by default. I don't use it, so this is always 9. Iteration safety limit is like 1 million or something, that's okay. Yeah. Random in sector, that's okay, that's the most liberal one. Non-player sectors, that's also cool. Max retries 1000. What the hell, man? What if I do like max retries? Increasing the limit shouldn't help this anyway. It's just kind of weird because I only have like one rule in here. I didn't really touch it before. CPOIs here are many more of them are in here. And if I take a look at the rule here, diminishing, also they have like POI, packed scenes, that's good. Then they have like exclude hot pad, exclude water tiles, that's all they have excluded. What if I set it to exclude? What's gonna happen then? 1 second. Ship POIs. Okay, now I have you like on excluded. Chance is 1. Max global count is 1. Minimum distance from other POIs. It's not a problem. It's being placed first. Random in. Now let's keep going. There's a lot of space to put down this spaceship. And I don't rely on the space solely. Of course they did. Is there something specific that I had in place for... No, it's not being... Ran out of candidates for POI, ship POIs. No POI footprint found for POI ship. I was even logging myself an error here, idiot. Wait a minute. Of course, because the name is wrong. Yo. 23, why didn't you warn me before that? Huh? You looked at it. Yeah. You know the code base by heart. What did I press? No. I killed the game. Let's see. If we see the spaceship now, we're gonna finish for today. At least streaming. I'm gonna go eat and so on. And then I'm gonna continue something under the hood, you know. So you guys are only going to sneak peek everything. Okay. Yo! Yo, what is that? And I think it fits in very well. Huh? It goes well. What do you say? I have to add the navigation obstacle, yeah. Glad you love it, man. Glad that you like it. But it's in here. It goes goes well with the night thingy. You go here and you're like, oh my god, look at that. Look at that thing. Find more fuel cells. Time to load up and take over the galaxy. Exactly. And then we're gonna have like... We're gonna make this map much bigger. There's gonna be like... a lot of ice. Universe of Fury. Hey, that's an idea. Look at how fast he can run on the ice. Look at this. I'm proud of this animation. Oh no. Here we go. Super happy, but for some reason zombies didn't appear. That's okay. That's another bug to worry about a bit later. I'm proud. I mean, I'm happy. I'm gonna add more details to it, but I think that the ship looks legitly okay. Right? Thanks, dude. Thanks, 23. Appreciate it. Regarding the Discord, I actually deleted it like 2 months ago. I really hate about them spying on you and so on. I've used it on my personal talks and so on. So I kind of wasted it, but I know that we would need some kind of a platform where we could easily communicate offline. Something more, I'd say, not so privacy invading. Yeah, we'll see, we'll find something. Some kind of a chat room or something there, okay? But anyway, I'm gonna commit and I'm gonna push and I'm gonna rub this sucker for today. Because I'm happy. I'm really happy, I'm glad. Thanks for staying with me, dude. So have a great rest of your day, man. I'll keep working on behind the scenes, okay? Exactly. Bye, dude. Have fun.